What's up, Lowrider family? Welcome back to another episode with Lolos and More. Now today, I'm gonna go ahead and rewire the switches on the Skylark. Like I said in the last video, I was gonna get the rack completely done. So right now it's completely done. All I gotta do is finish welding the entire rack down to the frame. I forgot my fire blanket at home, so I can put it over the gas tank and weld, because if you're here you can kind of smell fuel. So there's probably the fuel pump probably has a bad O-ring or something. So yeah, I don't want to weld around fuel, so I'm going to use the fire blanket that I have. But it's all done. I need to go pick up the batteries from my garage where the batteries are at. So I made the brackets as a T. It's pretty strong. So, and then the pumps go back there where you see those bolts right there, those two and those two right there. I already mocked up the pumps on that bar before I welded it into place. So the sub fits in here perfectly. It looks badass when the sub is in here. And then I know in the last video I said that I was gonna make a bar, 2 bars that bent up, but I decided just to make an angle cut on those 2 bars up here. The 2 bars that lead up to that bar right there. Decided just to make angle cuts so they're welded at an angle on the rack. Figure that's easier than trying to bend it and get them both, you know, both bent at the same way, if that makes sense. So now it's time to go ahead and start wiring everything. So the solenoids are going to go right here. Made a little bracket right there, so when you're looking at your trunk you're not going to see the solenoids. So yep. Alright, well, let's rewire the switch box, and then after that we will start wiring all the batteries and stuff like that. I got green cable that I'm selling to homie with the car, so if matches is right. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and use this little wiring block right here. Got plenty of wire, got plenty of spots of what I need. So, because I know there's 2 missing. Yeah, I mean, this thing's closer to being done. And after getting it rewired and the pumps thrown back in here, then I'm gonna do the bridge in here. That would be next. So yeah, save that for another video. But let's get started on wiring this damn thing. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and rewire the switches. They are a mess right here. This is old wire, but as far as I can see, the wire still is pretty good. The copper doesn't look corroded or anything, but I could be wrong. Somewhere in this wire, the wire could be corroded, believe it or not. I once helped out a homeboy, a friend, install an amplifier kit on his ride, and believe it or not, it was only corroded in a certain part of the wire, because I wasn't getting any power through the wire, through the amplifier power wire. So pretty much that same thing can happen to any wire that is copper. That's what sucks about it. And it was only corroded in that area on my friend's ride. There was a lot of wire, extra wire, so I ended up just cutting it where the corroded ended. But that's the thing with the wire. But I don't have a whole lot of wire available to just give the Skylark a whole new wire, I'm gonna just go ahead and use this. I'm just gonna cut it off from right here on all the wires. This is one big mess. It could be more organized in here. As you guys can see, you see this right here? There's these wires pinched in there. See those right there where my fingernail is? Those wires are just pinched in there. And then the color code, it loses the color code because you see this yellow wire right here? It's then attached to a black wire and it's not color coded. I do recommend, if you're gonna wire switches, wire with the exact same color wire you're doing. Once it gets back into the trunk, you can do whatever you want. Use one single color wire, it's up to you. Just wire one wire at a time. But in a switch panel or whatever, try to at least keep it color coded and organized. This is not organized nor color coded. So as you guys can tell on the switch wire right here, this one right here, the power wire, it's white and it's thicker than all the other wires. So this wire is going to be the power wire. Usually, yeah, it's the red, but on this older wire right here, on the older cord, back in the day, it would have one big wire. So we're going to use that as a power wire. So I'm going to jump this from to the other ones. Let me run to my garage here real quick and pull out a flathead screwdriver and undo all of this real quick. So I'm not going to really show how to do it because I just want to get going on this. Alright, be right back. Alright, so I got the switch plate, switch box I should say, all cleared out. I might be using some of the wires because they most of them are crimped really well, so I might use them, some of them, so it'll save me time, but it'll be color coded. One thing I was noticing when I was disassembling the wires, when it came off of the wire itself, he would start one wire here, or I don't know who. The person, whoever wired it, would start a wire here, would start another wire here, over here, or so on and so forth. In reality, what you want to do is you want to start the wire as close as you can to wherever the wire is entering the box from. You don't just want to zigzag everywhere. Zigzag first close to the hole of the entrance of the box, if that makes sense. So if you're gonna zigzag it within the first 2 or 4 switches, and then do what you gotta do for the rest. Okay. So another problem, not a problem, but something I need to look into right now. As you guys can see, this switch looks a little corroded. It's not a big issue that I can clean it off, make it work. But the thing is, we need to test it if it works. Now you guys are probably looking at all these prongs, not sprongs. Looking at all these prongs, and you're probably thinking of what in the hell is what. Well, here's a quick tip. So when you're looking at these switches, the 6 prong here, the 2 prongs in the middle, these 2 are the power. Okay. When you're looking at a 3 prong, the one in the middle is power. When you're looking at a 12 prong for a 12 prong switch, the ones in the middle, down straight the middle, are the power. So I'm gonna go ahead and test this real quick right now. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. So I got this Harbor Freight tester. This is the one that costs somewhere around 22 bucks. But if you have that coupon, It's probably like, I think 18. I think. I don't know. I don't remember. But what you want to do is you want to set it right here. This I don't know the name of the setting, but that setting right there, it'll check for if like a wire is good or connectivity is good. Because if you touch them together, the tester makes a beep noise, making that there's a connection. So right now, put one where the power wire would go on the switch. Let's do the bottom one. Put one on top. So remember, the ones in the middle is your power. The ones up here are the ones you want to throw power at. Because once you connect your ground in the trunk or under your seat, wherever you have your ground for your batteries, once you hook that up, there's continuous power to all the prongs that are meant to have power. Those automatically have power. So when you're wiring your stuff, make sure that it's not exposed like this. At least has a sleeve on it. So yeah. So right now, I got it ready for testing. So remember, since the switch is like this, you want to go down so that the piece inside connects the power to that prong right there. So we're gonna hit go down. So we got power. All right, let's see. Let's do the other side. If we can. Okay. It's not touching. No, duh, I didn't move my power. Or the other prong, I should say. Okay, there we go. There's power going through. As you guys can hear that beep, it kind of scatters. Well, this is a bad switch. So, I believe I have an extra in the garage somewhere. I'll probably be able to hook them up. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace this switch, throw it away. So, but that's how you can test your switches. But yeah, I had a feeling that this one was gonna be bad. Because if you look in the box, I think there was water in here at one time. Oh well. Oh well. So I'm gonna throw this switch away. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just leave it in there for now. I'm gonna go ahead and wire it all up. I might switch the switches around. I might do that. And then, but yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead, write down my game plan on a piece of paper. That way I can just connect the wires as I go, because I already got something on paper to just follow instead of looking at it going to another thing and that like that. So it's better to plan ahead, that way it gets done properly and fairly quickly. But you know, if you go too quick, there's always a chance of something going wrong. So with lowriders, you want to take your time. Seriously, if you try to rush it, it'll just be another piece of crap going down the road. So take your time on your lowriders. I mean it. You'll thank me later. Alright, well, I'm going to draw out my game plan, and then I'm going to go ahead and start with jumping the power wires first. The power first. Alright, and then when I get that one step done, I'll show you, and then after that, I should have everything done after I show you the power one. Be right back. Alright, so I got the power all ran through all the switches. So like I was saying earlier, white is going to be the power to these switches because it's the thickest wire inside the big bundle here. So I ran it. Probably a little bit too much. Probably a little extra wire here, but that's fine. It's gonna be in a switch box, but the way it's done now, it's already way better. Because before it was zigzagging to, for example, this one to this one, and then I don't know, for some reason they jumped to this one and then down, and you know, it just didn't make any sense. Wires were just all over the place. So this way it's just better, you know. And the reason why it's crumped up here because just so many right there, 4 right there, close to each other. Let's see. Here we go. Doesn't look too bad. Oh well. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So what I'm gonna do right now again is I'm gonna test the connectivity of it. So I'm gonna put one lead on here and my other lead here to test it if current actually goes through. Turn it on, set it to that point right there, then test it. Let's see. Here we go. So let's see how we can do this with one hand. Okay, put that one on the first one and then on the last one. There we go. Keeps moving. Here we go. So that beep means it's good. That current flows all the way through. And so, alright, so now what I'm gonna be doing is switching up the rest. So remember I said that let's see, that I was gonna make my game plan, right? So this is my game plan on what I'm gonna do. So I just drew like a quick little layout. The white wire for the power comes from the batteries. The switch up is brown. My switch up for the back is black. And then my dumps, so on and so forth right here. So once you draw out this, if this helps you do this, you can draw this out and then color code it, and then do this little color code chart. You know, I like to break it down from power, from the anything that powers the front or down, and then powers the back and down. So that's the way I like to do it. And then yeah, doing everything on my kids' notebook. And then here I got the switches of what I'm gonna do. So front, back, pancake, seesaw, left side, right side, dump, back corners right here, dump. Mainly for dump. So I made my quick layout of the switches, knowing what's gonna do what. But yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna finish wiring this up, and then I'll show you guys after. I ran out of the ring terminals of these right here, so this is where I'm at right now. I finished wiring the rear pump to go up to all the switches that I needed to go. That's what I'm going to show you, alright? You have to see when I'm done. Alright, I'm all done with rewiring the switches. Went ahead, just put caps on these. I didn't put them on there tight, just in case the homie wants to take them off and use them for something to run power to the inside of the car for illumination or whatever. Yeah, put new terminals on the ones that needed them. And let's see, I'll show you guys. Remember how it looked before? See, now it's color coded. You can tell what wire goes to what switch without losing what colors go to what, because last time it would go from white to red to black. This is all color coded, and the way it's wired up right now, it goes from here, it loops up over to the last switch. Of course, it doesn't go to all of them, but that's how it's wired, like a big U, which I think is the way to go to make it look clean. And since it's in the switch box, you don't got to be too careful how much wire you use. When doing the switch wire, for a box, make sure that these wires are not tight. So if you have extra cable, extra material, leave a little extra on there. So, and then when you're tightening up these right here, when they're very close to each other, make sure that the ring terminals don't touch each other, because if you hit the down switch, then the car's only gonna do one function. So make sure that they're not touching each other. And for the new guys wiring your own rides, make sure you don't cross a wire with a blue and an orange. Like if you want to do, I don't know, let's see, for example, pancake down, and you don't want, and you can't afford a switch with 12 prongs, because if you put them on the same prong on a switch that you can't afford, then the car's only going to do one function. It's not going to do what you were hoping to do. That's because current is passing through both wires from one prong, and it's going to make the car do one thing. Even if you hit a different switch, it's still going to do the one you tried to do, if that makes sense. But yeah. And remember, guys, you can make your own color code. So, and then this is my little diagram I went off of, just so I can just like quickly wire it up. Since as you guys can tell, I don't have any colors, so I just did different lines for different cables and put you know, orange, purple, back right, back left, front right, front left, blue, green. So that's what I did. My quick little setup of how this is, just like that, looking at me, so I can wire it properly. So, because to me right now, the orange is on the right side, right? But when you flip it around and you hit the switch, the wire is actually the left side. Yeah. So right now, the car is going to be wired for front, back, side to side, rear corner, seesaw, and pancake up only. Pancake up only. So there we go. And let me show you guys here real quick about testing the current going through them. Let's see, let's put this, because as I was going, I was testing them, making sure that it actually did work. See, that's green right there. Of course, it's hard to do with one hand. Of course, it's not gonna work. I only got one hand. There we go. As long as you hear that, it means the wires are good. So, alright, well, let's get back to the rest of the video. Just showing you real quick how to do it cleaner. Alright, so I got the other set of batteries in with my little signature hold downs, where I don't paint them, I just clear coat them after I grind them. So I got the switch box in now. I got it in. When I got the car, it didn't have any screws in it, so now it was nice and shut. And then there used to be a little bit of wire hanging out right here, not anymore. So yep, can't wait to put it completely back together. So that finishes up this video. Next video we'll do is most likely the bridge before I put everything back in. I was gonna go ahead wire everything in, but probably not, because I'm gonna have to, once I mock up the bridge in here, I'm gonna have to get my head in here and make some marks on the bridge through these existing holes. So get it done right. So I might not wire it all together just yet. So yeah, hopefully you guys liked the video. If you guys didn't, I don't blame you. But if you guys did, smash that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I post stuff like this every week, once or twice a week. I try to do it every week. And don't forget, I got a P.O. box. If you guys want to send me stickers, I'll post them on here. I'll put them on my toolboxes or whatever. I can put it in the garage right here. So yeah, here's the P.O. box. If you guys have any questions, you guys have some troubleshooting stuff, ask me questions, email me right here, or find me on Instagram right here as well. DM me on there, and then I can help you out through there. So yeah, if you guys want me to do work on your rides, let me know. I do have a backlog of cars, so if you guys want some work on, probably won't happen till summertime or after. Well, alright everybody, that's it for the video. Peace.